Are you looking for a new or newer home in one of Tucson's top suburbs? Maybe you want a little more elbow space around your house and some mountain views. Well, you might want to stick around for today's video because I'm going to show you a neighborhood that has all of that and then some. Let's get to it. If you're new to this channel and want to learn everything from A to Z about living in Tucson, AG, then click subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Tucson, Arizona. Hi, I'm Dustin Smith. My wife Jennifer and I have helped hundreds of people just like you move to and from Tucson, Arizona. So whether you're moving in 12 days, 12 weeks, or 12 months, give us a call, shoot us a text or an email so we can help you make that smooth move to Tucson. All right, if you hadn't guessed it, I'm over here in Windmill Ridge at Mountain View Ranch, and for the most part this is a newer community. There are a couple homes that were built in like the mid 2000s, but for the most part what you're going to see is homes that have been built since 2020, and in fact a lot of new construction going on still. So in a previous video we did walk you through some models for the Mattamy subdivision over here. So Mattamy still has over 40 lots when I went to go look at their website, you know, as of today. So they have a couple beautiful floor plans over there. If you haven't watched that video yet, you might want to check that out after you watch this one, just kind of give you an idea of what's going on with the new construction. Today, I'm going to focus more on the resale side of things, you know, show you homes that you can take ownership of, you know, pretty quickly, things that are actively on the market right now. All right, so I decided to move. I was kind of worried about where I was at first with the cool windmill and the fountain right there. It's right at the entrance to the community, which is, you know, pretty close to I-10 and the frontage road right there. So I was worried about some of that noise coming through to the video and just kind of sounding like garbage to you guys. So I decided to come with another cool backdrop right here. I'm in the back of the community, and I mean, it's called Mountain View, right? So I've got some beautiful views of the rincons back in here. So give you an idea of where this community is. I'm out here in Vail, Arizona, which is attractive to people that are thinking about moving to the Tucson area for a number of reasons. One of the biggest attractors to the area is actually the school district. So the Vail School District has some top rated sports programs and is actually A+ rated according to niche.com. So, you know, we get calls all the time from people that are thinking about moving out here, but it's not just, you know, like a community that is geared towards people with school-age children. There's a few 55 and over communities out here too. It's just overall a fast-growing community with a lot of beauty around it. So of course, you know, I pointed out the rincons behind me right here. So we have in the Vail area the Saguaro National Forest, which is, you know, absolutely stunning, that actually extends way out into the rincons, even into elevations where you won't see a single saguaro, but definitely gorgeous out there. This area isn't too far away from Cienega Creek, so with a little bit of water flow, that creek will start running. And you know, if you're familiar with Tucson, one of the major washways that goes through Tucson is the Pantano Wash. So where Cienega Creek ends, the Pantano Wash picks up. So this community being south of the railroad tracks and north of the interstate, you're kind of out of the way of some of the traffic that a lot of people in the Vail area complain about, you know, due to the popularity of the schools. Like that pickup and drop off time in the area can get a little wild, where it just takes you a really long time to just make it a mile or two. Or, you know, if you're having to get to work at a certain time in the morning, you get stuck in that traffic, you show up late, you're a little bit embarrassed, or your boss is mad at you, you know, whatever it is. Over here, you're already past that traffic, and you can be on the interstate within 5 minutes and, you know, headed across town if you need to. So you have a lot of shopping nearby. I mean, you're definitely not, you know, walking to the store or anything right here. You're just far enough away from all that to where it does feel like you're out here with a good amount of privacy and not a lot of through traffic. Since I've been walking around out here, no one has driven past this part of the neighborhood yet. I'm sure that'll probably change pretty soon. But you're less than 10 minutes away to, you know, a major grocery store. Or if you need to go to like Home Depot or Walmart, you'd head over to the Rita Rancho area, and that's about 15 minutes away. That's where like your fast food restaurants are, your Dunkin' Donuts, all the, you know, the major amenities. So some more restaurant options and things like that. Now, recreationally, we have the Highway 83 right here. So, you know, if you're into horses, go horseback riding out there, or side-by-sides. There's some great off-road trails out that direction. Or if you just want to go hiking and exploring, there's some great hiking trails. And in fact, this community itself is actually really close to one of the staging points for the Arizona Trail. And if you're not familiar with the Arizona Trail, it's one of the longest non-motorized trails in the United States. So it's over 800 miles extending from Mexico up to Utah. And yeah, you've got an access point to it right here. There's a bunch of access points around the Tucson area in general. But yeah, that's a beautiful trail. It's gonna take you through Saguaro National Park. I mean, you can follow that trail all the way up and through the Grand Canyon. Mountain View is split into 362 lots, and most of those are going to be about an acre, some a little bit more and some a little bit less. But the idea is you can't just reach out and touch your neighbor. You're going to have that extra space. I can kind of show you around right here. I'm a little bit higher elevation than a lot of spots of the community, so you know I can see right over one house and just see how everything is kind of split up in the community. And I'll get you some drone footage on there too, of course. But these are mostly custom and semi-custom homes right here. So you don't have the, you know, the same house, you know, right next door in most cases. Now, the Mattamy development is kind of, well, it's the east side of this subdivision. They're offering 4 floor plans over there, and they basically own that whole side of the subdivision. So you'll see a little bit more repetition over there, but they are offering some gorgeous floor plans. So like I said before, if you haven't watched that video, you might want to check that out. We walk you through a couple models and kind of give you an idea. They still got 40 lots available over there. There's currently 14 homes actively listed for sale in here, and 3 of those are going to be the new Mattamy homes over here. The rest of them are for sale on the other side of the subdivision. So even a couple of those are newer homes or new homes. They're going to range in price. So on the low end, you have a listing that's right about $620,000. And on the high end, we're reaching up to $975,000. So now that you know a little bit about Mountain View and you know what the area has to offer, let's go check out a few of these homes and kind of give you some more details about what they're offering. So let's go. All right, starting the day off, we're coming in at what is basically the entry-level price point for the neighborhood right now. This home behind me, never lived in before, $620,000, 2,264 square foot, built in 2022, and that is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. And it's sitting on just shy of an acre, so 0.98 acres, pretty much a full acre right there. But if that wasn't enough for you, the home behind is sitting on more than an acre, and there is like a wash, an unbuildable area in between them, which just gives you that much extra space right here. Now, this is a cul-de-sac home too, so the lot next to it kind of has, you know, that pie shape right there, just giving you even more space right there. And we're pretty much at the end of the street right here. So if I turn around, this is the last row of houses for the subdivision. So really not a lot of through traffic. Now, there is going to be more homes off over that way. So that's going to be the Mattamy side of things over there. And of course, you know, everything's, you know, connected by pavement right now, but for the most part, those newer homes over there do have their own access into the neighborhood, you know, separate up off the frontage road. So I think for the foreseeable future, you're not going to have a lot more traffic than what you're seeing out here right now. So yeah, not bad for, you know, opening up to the neighborhood, you know, at 620. they're definitely offering a lot, especially for what's pretty much a new construction home. Got a couple more to show you. Let's keep rolling. I'm over here at the next home now. So this home behind me is currently listed with Long Realty, and they're asking $770,000 for that. And this one's on almost 2 acres, so 1.91 acres. The house itself has a 3-car garage, 2,784 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, and it was built in 2023, so still, very much like a new home right here. And this one, they've done, something, quite interesting with it. They've actually turned the garage away from the home. So if you can see off in the distance over there, that's actually I-10. The noise really isn't that bad right here. I know that it exists when you go in the house. I'm sure it's going to disappear. No, not that bad. And yeah, you have the off-ramp for the Sonoyta Patagonia Highway right there as well. So they've turned the home to try to take advantage of more of like your desert scenery, and that garage is going to act as a noise buffer from the highway too. So great job on the design for that one too as well. So going on to the inside of the home, when you walk into the home, you have these beautiful wood plank tiles on the floor. They're darker in color, and then you're going to notice the kitchen, which has beautiful center island with the stove and range built right into it. You've got double ovens and stainless steel appliances. You've got, beautiful windows in there to help capture the light. You have a fireplace built into the wall with tile that goes floor to ceiling in there. Overall, some just, gorgeous designer touches. In fact, they're using this one or have used this one as an Airbnb in the past. So, they've really tried to make sure that it has that, welcoming feeling to it as well. So I got one more home to show you today. This next one's going to be special. Let's go check it out. All right, topping off the market for what's currently available in Mountain View, Windmill Ridge over here. This beautiful home behind me, currently listed with Vail Realty. They're asking $975,000 for. Now, the home was built in 2022. It's 3,297 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathrooms with a bonus room. So they have a lot of designer touches. So you'll have like different tiles in the kitchen versus like the bedrooms and the bonus room area. So you might have like it looks like 20 by 20 or 24 by 24 tiles in the main part of the house. And then you have some of the wood plank tiles in there. And then things that are kind of painted to go with that. So definitely had like a designer to go through there to put some real custom touches on there. The kitchen has a large granite island. You've got this blue glass refrigerator and otherwise stainless steel appliances in there. You go into the backyard, you have this beautiful custom pool. And since the backyard slopes down towards the valley over there, you have just this feeling of openness in the backyard right there. So just overall, just, reminds you you've got property, and even more so than your property, you have a big open space behind the home to just truly just enjoy the property. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Hope you liked Windmill Ridge, or maybe learned something, like the video today. If you did like it and you haven't already, click that like button, click subscribe, tap the bell for notifications. We'll keep you updated on the current market in Tucson, Arizona, and the surrounding suburbs, of course. And if you or someone you know is thinking about moving to or from Tucson, Arizona, we'd love to be the ones to help you. Give us a call, shoot us a text or an email. Our contact information is in the description below, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video.